If you write these 3 numbers on your hands, you will attract wealth and success in 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, if I walked up to you today and said, 3 numbers can change your life, most people would laugh. But history has taught us something important. Big transformations often begin with small actions. Today I am not here to sell you superstition. I am here to talk about focus, belief, and intentional living, because success does not arrive by accident. Wealth does not knock on random doors. They respond to clarity, discipline, and action. Now listen closely. Imagine writing 3 numbers on your hands, not because the numbers are magic, but because they remind you who you are becoming. The first number is 1. 1 vision, 1 direction. 1 decision to stop living confused. In 2026, successful people will not be the busiest people, they will be the most focused. The number 1 reminds you every day, I choose 1 goal, and I chase it with everything I have. The second number is 7. 7 days in a week. 7 chances to improve, 7 reminders that consistency beats talent. Wealth is not built in one lucky moment. It is built in daily habits, waking up when it's hard, showing up when no one is watching, learning when others are scrolling. The number 7 reminds you, if I win today, I win my future. And the third number is 9. 9 represents growth, completion, and elevation. It is the reminder that you are not stuck. Your past does not define you. Your background does not limit you. The number 9 whispers to you, this is not the end, this is the rise. So when you write 1, 7, and 9 on your hands, you are not summoning luck, you are programming your mind. Every time you look at your hands, you remember focus over distraction, discipline over excuses, growth over fear, and that mindset is what attracts opportunities, is what attracts success, is what attracts wealth. 2026 is not waiting to bless you. It is waiting to see who is prepared. So write the numbers not on your skin, but in your habits. Not on your hands, but in your actions. And when opportunity comes, you will not be surprised, because you are ready. Success responds to intention, not superstition. The 3 numbers are symbols that train the mind to focus, believe, and act with purpose. When we talk about success, many people immediately think of luck, chance, or some mysterious force that randomly chooses who will rise and who will struggle. But the truth is far less magical and far more powerful. Success responds to intention, not superstition. Nothing meaningful in life is built by accident. Behind every visible achievement is an invisible decision. Someone at some point decided to take their life seriously. That decision is what separates wishful thinking from real progress. When we use symbols like writing numbers on our hands, the power is not in the ink, the skin, or the numbers themselves. The power is in what they represent and what they awaken in the mind. Human beings are driven by meaning. What we focus on repeatedly shapes our thoughts, and our thoughts shape our actions. When someone intentionally places a reminder in front of themselves every day, they are choosing awareness over autopilot. They are choosing to live deliberately instead of drifting through life reacting to circumstances. Many people fail not because they are incapable, but because they are unfocused. They want success, but they do not define it. They want wealth, but they do not prepare for it. Intention is the act of deciding in advance who you want to become and how you are willing to act to get there. It is waking up with purpose instead of waiting for motivation to appear. Motivation is unreliable, intention is stable. Intention keeps you moving even on days when you feel tired, discouraged, or unsure. Superstition says something outside of me will change my life. Intention says, I will change my life through my choices. That shift in thinking is everything. When you believe that success depends on luck, you become passive. You wait, you hesitate, you blame circumstances. But when you understand that success responds to intention, you become active. You plan, you learn, you adjust, you take responsibility for your growth. Writing something on your hand, repeating a phrase, or using a symbol is not about attracting miracles, it is about training your focus. Every glance becomes a reminder of your commitment. It interrupts negative thinking. It pulls your mind back from distraction and fear. Over time, those small mental interruptions create new habits, and habits create results. This is how ordinary people achieve extraordinary outcomes, not through magic, but through repeated intentional action. Intention also brings clarity. When you are intentional, you stop chasing everything and start pursuing what matters. You say no to distractions that drain your energy. You invest time in skills instead of excuses. You understand that wealth and success are not single events but processes. They reward people who show up consistently, who learn from failure, and who stay aligned with their goals even when progress feels slow. In 2026, the world will reward those who are mentally prepared. Opportunities will not announce themselves loudly, they will favor those who are already moving. Intention sharpens your awareness. You begin to notice chances others overlook because your mind is tuned to growth. You recognize patterns. You connect ideas. You act faster because you already decided what you stand for. Ultimately, the greatest transformation happens internally before it ever becomes visible externally. When you choose intention over superstition, you reclaim your power. You stop outsourcing your future to chance. You understand that every disciplined action, every focused decision, and every moment of persistence is a step toward the life you want. That is the real secret. Not numbers, not rituals, but a mind that knows where it is going and refuses to stop walking in that direction. Number 1 represents focus and clarity. Wealth in 2026 comes from choosing one clear goal and eliminating distraction. Focus is one of the most underestimated forces behind wealth and success. Many people believe their biggest problem is lack of money, lack of connections, or lack of opportunity, but in reality the deeper issue is often lack of clarity. When your attention is scattered, your energy is scattered. You may be busy all day yet still feel unproductive because your efforts are divided in too many directions. The number 1 represents the power of focus and clarity, the ability to choose one meaningful direction and commit to it fully. In a world filled with constant noise, focus has become rare, and rarity creates value. Distractions are everywhere. Social media, endless comparisons, fear of missing out, and pressure to do everything at once. Many people start multiple projects, chase multiple dreams, and listen to multiple opinions, but end up completing nothing. Focus demands courage because choosing one path means temporarily ignoring others. It means trusting your decision enough to say no to things that look attractive but do not align with your main goal. Clarity begins with a decision. Until you decide what you truly want, your mind remains open to confusion. Focus is not about doing more, it is about doing less, better. When you concentrate on one goal, you give it space to grow. You begin to understand it deeply. You develop skills related to it. You see progress because your effort is no longer diluted. This is why successful people often appear calm and intentional. They are not pulled in every direction. The number 1 is a reminder that success starts with one clear vision. Wealth is rarely created by people who are constantly changing their direction. It is built by those who stay long enough in one place to master a skill, grow a business, or develop an idea. Mastery requires attention. Attention requires focus. When you commit to one vision, your daily actions start aligning naturally with that vision. Your time, energy, and decisions move in the same direction. Focus also helps eliminate self-doubt. When you are scattered, you compare yourself to everyone and feel inadequate. But when you are focused, comparison loses its power. You are no longer running someone else's race, you are committed to your own journey. Even slow progress feels meaningful because it is progress towards something you believe in. Focus gives you a sense of control, and that sense of control builds confidence. Another powerful aspect of focus is discipline. Discipline is not about punishment, it is about priority. When you are focused, discipline becomes easier because you know why you are doing what you are doing. You wake up with intention. You plan your day around your goal. You make small sacrifices today for bigger rewards tomorrow. Over time, these disciplined actions compound, and what once felt difficult becomes routine. Focus also sharpens your decision-making. When opportunities come, you can quickly tell whether they align with your vision or distract from it. Not every opportunity is good, and not every good opportunity is meant for you. The focused person understands this and chooses based on alignment, not emotion. This ability to choose wisely protects your energy and keeps you moving forward. In 2026, those who succeed will not be those who try to do everything, but those who commit to doing one thing exceptionally well. The future belongs to people who can concentrate deeply in a distracted world. Focus allows you to see long-term outcomes instead of short-term pleasure. It helps you remain consistent when results are slow and patient when challenges arise. The number 1 then is more than a symbol. It is a daily reminder to simplify, to commit, and to stay aligned. It asks a simple but powerful question every day: what is the one thing that truly matters right now? When you can answer that honestly and act on it consistently, success stops feeling distant. It becomes a natural outcome of a focused life. Number 7 represents consistency and discipline. Daily habits and repeated effort build success more than talent or luck. Growth is the quiet force behind every lasting success story. It does not announce itself loudly, and it rarely feels dramatic in the moment, yet it is always at work. The number 9 represents growth, elevation, and completion, reminding us that life moves in seasons and stages. No matter where a person starts, progress is always possible. The most dangerous belief anyone can hold is that they are finished, stuck, or incapable of becoming more than they are today. Many people allow their past to define their future. Past failures, missed opportunities, and painful experiences become mental barriers that limit what they believe is possible. Growth challenges that mindset. It says that who you were yesterday does not have to determine who you become tomorrow. Every day offers a chance to learn, adjust, and rise. When you accept growth as a principle, you stop seeing mistakes as proof of failure and start seeing them as lessons. Elevation does not happen instantly. It is the result of small, consistent improvements made over time. Growth is often uncomfortable because it demands change. Asks you to leave familiar habits, challenge old beliefs, and step into uncertainty. Many people avoid growth not because they cannot grow, but because growth requires effort and humility. To grow, you must be willing to admit that there is more to learn and more potential within you waiting to be developed. The number 9 also symbolizes completion, which reminds us that every phase of life prepares us for the next. What feels like an ending is often a transition. Jobs end, relationships change, plans fall apart, but these moments are not signs that life is working against you. They are signals that one chapter has served its purpose and another is ready to begin. Growth allows you to close doors without bitterness and walk forward with wisdom. A growth mindset shifts the way you respond to challenges. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin to ask, "What is this teaching me?" That simple change in perspective turns obstacles into opportunities for development. Difficult seasons strengthen character, refine discipline, and reveal inner strength that comfort never could. Growth turns pressure into preparation. Elevation also requires patience. Many people quit too early because they expect immediate results. They do not realize that progress is happening beneath the surface long before it becomes visible. Just like a seed grows roots before it breaks through the soil, personal growth happens internally before it is reflected externally. Confidence, resilience, and wisdom are built quietly through persistence. The number 9 reminds us that no level is final. There is always another step upward, another lesson to learn, another version of yourself to become. Growth keeps life dynamic and meaningful. It prevents stagnation and fuels purpose. When you commit to growth, you stop fearing change and start embracing it as a pathway to elevation. In the journey toward wealth and success, growth is non-negotiable. Skills must improve, thinking must expand, and character must mature. Money may amplify who you are, but growth determines who you become. Those who rise in 26 will not be those who cling to old limitations, but those who are willing to evolve. Ultimately, the power of growth lies in its promise. No matter where you are now, this is not the end. There is more ahead. There is more within you. When you accept growth as a lifelong process, you free yourself from the weight of the past and open yourself to a future defined not by fear, but by continuous elevation and possibility. Number 9 represents growth and elevation. Your past does not limit you. Continuous improvement leads to higher levels of success. Mindset is the invisible force that shapes the direction of a person's life long before results appear. It determines how you interpret situations, how you respond to challenges, and how you recognize opportunities when they arise. Two people can be in the same environment with the same resources and the same chances, yet experience completely different outcomes. The difference is not luck, it is mindset. Opportunity is not something that only exists outside of you, it is something your mindset trains you to see and act on. When your mindset is limited, opportunities pass by unnoticed. Fear disguises them as risks. Doubt labels them as impossible. A negative mindset focuses on what could go wrong, so it hesitates until the moment is gone. But when your mindset is intentional and growth-oriented, your perception changes. You begin to see possibilities where others see problems. You recognize value in learning, in connections, and even in challenges. This is how opportunity is attracted not magnetically but mentally. A prepared mindset is always alert. It pays attention. It listens, observes, and reflects. Many opportunities arrive quietly, disguised as conversations, small ideas, or uncomfortable chances to step up. People who believe they are capable are more likely to act on these moments. People who believe they are not ready will wait for a perfect time that never comes. Mindset decides whether you step forward or stay still. Belief plays a powerful role here. If you believe success is possible for you, you behave differently. You speak with confidence. You invest in yourself. You take calculated risks. These behaviors naturally increase exposure to opportunity. Others notice your energy, your seriousness, and your commitment. Doors begin to open not because of magic, but because people trust those who trust themselves. A strong mindset creates credibility. Mindset also influences persistence. Opportunities are rarely seized on the first attempt. Often they come after rejection, failure, or repeated effort. A weak mindset interprets failure as a sign to stop. A strong mindset interprets failure as feedback. That difference is crucial. Every successful person has failed multiple times, but their mindset kept them moving. Persistence increases the likelihood of success because it keeps you in the game long enough for opportunity to meet preparation. Another key aspect of mindset is responsibility. When you believe that your actions matter, you stop blaming circumstances. You take ownership of your growth. You ask better questions, seek better information, and make better choices. This sense of responsibility attracts opportunity because it leads to competence. Skilled, disciplined, and self-aware people are more likely to be trusted with opportunities than those who complain and wait. Mindset also affects how you use what you already have. Some people waste opportunities because they underestimate small beginnings. A growth-focused mindset understands that big outcomes often start small. It treats every task, connection, and experience as a chance to learn and improve. Over time, these small moments compound into significant breakthroughs. In 2026, the world will not reward those who only hope for change, but those who are mentally aligned with growth and action. The pace of life is fast, and opportunities favor those who are ready to respond. Mindset creates readiness. It sharpens awareness, strengthens resilience, and fuels confidence. It turns uncertainty into possibility. Ultimately, opportunity does not chase people. People move toward opportunity based on how they think. When your mindset is disciplined, focused, and growth-oriented, you naturally place yourself in environments where success can happen. You notice what others miss. You act where others hesitate. That is how mindset attracts opportunity, not by chance, but by choice. Mindset attracts opportunity. Writing the numbers is a reminder to live intentionally. Preparation is what attracts wealth and success. Preparation is the silent language that opportunity understands. Many people believe that wealth and success arrive suddenly, as if they appear out of nowhere, but in reality they are drawn toward those who are ready for them. When preparation meets opportunity, the world calls it luck, but preparation itself is intentional living in action. It is the daily choice to act with purpose even when there is no immediate reward and no one is watching. Intentional living begins with awareness. It means you stop drifting through life on autopilot and start making conscious decisions about how you spend your time, energy, and attention. Every day becomes a series of choices that either move you closer to your goals or pull you further away from them. People who live intentionally understand that small actions repeated consistently shape their future more than dramatic, one-time efforts. Preparation shows up in habits. It is seen in how you use your mornings, how you manage your money, how you respond to challenges, and how seriously you take self-improvement. You prepare when you learn skills before you need them, save resources before emergencies arise, and build discipline before pressure comes. This kind of preparation creates confidence because you know you are not relying on chance, you are relying on effort. Wealth and success are attracted to people who can handle them. Opportunity looks for capacity. If responsibility increases and you are not prepared, it becomes a burden. But when you are prepared, responsibility becomes a platform for growth. Intentional living expands your capacity. It strengthens your character, sharpens your skills, and builds resilience. Over time, you become someone opportunities can trust. Preparation also changes how you react to setbacks. When life does not go as planned, the unprepared panic or quit. The prepared adjust. They understand that challenges are part of the process, not signs of failure. Intentional living trains you to see obstacles as temporary and solvable. This mindset keeps you moving forward when others stop, which increases your chances of long-term success. Another powerful aspect of preparation is consistency. Wealth is rarely the result of one brilliant move. It is the outcome of many correct decisions made over time. Intentional living encourages consistency because it is rooted in values, not moods. You act even when you are tired, uncertain, or unmotivated. This consistency compounds, and over months and years it creates results that look impressive from the outside but were built quietly from the inside. Preparation also sharpens discernment. When opportunities appear, not all of them should be accepted. Some distractions come dressed as opportunities. Intentional living helps you recognize what aligns with your goals and what does not. You choose wisely, protecting your time and energy. This ability to say no is just as important as the ability to say yes. In 2026, the gap between those who succeed and those who struggle will be defined by preparation. Information is everywhere, but discipline is rare. Those who live intentionally will stand out. They will be ready when chances appear because they have already done the internal work. Their habits, mindset, and skills will speak for them before they ever open their mouths. Ultimately, intentional living is a declaration that your future matters. It is the decision to prepare today for opportunities you cannot yet see. When wealth and success arrive, they do not surprise the prepared person, they confirm what has been built all along. That is why preparation attracts success. It creates readiness, and readiness turns possibility into reality.